Alright, I've studied over 700 hours on stream. I also have a severe ADHD monkey brain. Here's how I study consistently and why I'm going back to school at 25.
Damn, Daniel!
Why study for 4 hours daily? 4 hours is the perfect amount of time for ADHD minds. ADHD minds want to do a ton of things, and if you're stuck studying for 10 hours a day, you are building up internal stress. It's like a balloon being filled with water waiting to burst. And once it bursts, you, viewer, fall into a pit of procrastination and doom scrolling. I'm talking to you, John. I know someone's named John out there. And actually, 4 hours of deep focus is plenty of time to learn still. Get the heck out of here, boy. What? No! So this leaves your day open to do interesting hobbies. If you can master 4 hours of deep focus, you can show off to your friends all of your cool ADHD hobbies that ADHD people have. Like I'm studying Japanese, doing calisthenics, doing kickboxing, creating a language learning website. Am I good at any of these things? No, not yet. But 4 hours of work is like letting the balloon get filled and drained every day. Also, learning is best in spaced repetition and not cramming 12 hours at a time. Please. So it's better to be consistent at studying 4 hours than cramming 12. What is the Pomodoro method for ADHD brains? Okay, I'm not gonna bore you and talk about all this crap, so I'm gonna use Dragon Ball Z as a reference. So imagine you are Goku, a Saiyan, and every time you go and study or train, you get exhausted and your body gets destroyed. But Saiyans, every time they heal from training their bodies, they get way stronger every time they recover. And so, basically, the Pomodoro method is like a training session for a Saiyan. Try being a YouTuber, it's not as easy as it looks. Training until exhaustion, then hitting the recovery chamber. So, for example, you study for 25 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute break. And no, I don't mean scroll on YouTube, TikTok, reading books, listening to EDM funk music, but you can watch my YouTube shorts.
Wow, my legs! You moved my legs! You moved my legs!
Personally, I do 50 minutes of studying and a 10-minute break, but I had to train my way up there, and I would repeat the sessions until 4 hours would pass. So be like a monkey brain Super Saiyan, and, you know, work hard, rest hard. You have to rest to grow stronger, type stuff. And plus, 25 minutes of deep focus is way better than 50 minutes of, you know, half and half focus. Because at that point, you're just wasting time. And if you personally get, you know, bored or lonely during the break, you can obviously just join my live stream and chat with me. Because every 10 minutes, I will chat with the chat. So follow me. Threat. Okay, this is about to get sappy. So, how did I go from struggling to thriving at 25? Growing up with ADHD is not easy. I felt isolated from my peers, and I didn't know how to describe my struggles and get help. I went through school cheating my way from middle school to college. I saw people around me understanding subjects quickly and talking about their careers with conviction. And I was just playing Minecraft. Like, how am I supposed to know what I want to do with my life? And having no clue what I wanted to do felt very lonely. Surely getting a job and just going through college will fix these things. Surely not. You know, as I worked, my internal voices said I am in the wrong career path. And so after 14 months, I quit and, you know, I tried this YouTube thing. I spent a lot of time reflecting, unlearning old habits, unlearning old beliefs of what I should be doing or how I should be. And let me tell you, ADHD is a freaking struggle. If you know what shiny object syndrome is, you might have ADHD. You see somebody living their life and you want to live just like them. You see it, you're like, that's it. That dude is writing content on Twitter for a living or X for a living. I'm gonna do that. That looks easy. And then the ball drops and a whole nother thing catches your eye. Like, oh shoot, I want to go and be a fitness Instagram person. And then the ball drops and another thing comes up. For a week, I wanted to be a mangaka. I wanted to make manga for a living. For a week, I was dead serious. I suck at drawing. Do you see the problem there? I did modeling for a couple months. I did student acting just to see if I liked acting. I did web development freelancing. This was all throughout 24 years old and partially 25. And I don't regret these experiences, but it's not easy. It's not easy not knowing what you want to do. And I finally landed at a point where I want to do computer engineering. And this is something I've reflected on and I chose, and I don't know if it's right, but it's something I can anchor myself into to follow. And so my whirlwind of experiences, they weren't necessarily wrong or the wrong path. They really taught me where my talents lie. And I think the biggest point is to pick a path where it captures most of your talents. And for me, that is just computer engineering. I'm able to be free in my hobbies because it's a flexible career. The career itself interests me, unlike my past career, but this is how I've anchored myself. And my best advice is to find something, if you have ADHD, find something that you can anchor yourself in. You can feel secure. You know, I'm unsure. Sometimes I think I want to switch my path, and happens today, happens all the time, but making a decision and choosing it is very important, and sticking with it. And you know what? Those other interests that you have, John, I know I bashed you earlier, John, that's alright. You know, your interests are not random, you know, they're cool. And it's okay that you have 20 hobbies and you're kind of mid at all of them. But I will say, sometimes you have to struggle before you can thrive. I would say I am at a peak in my life. This is the peak, and it keeps peaking as time goes on. But I had to struggle through experiences. I didn't sit in my room all day and think about what it would be like to be a model. I went out and did it. And if you are uncertain, the best way to learn is through experience. Anyways, I do study with me streams Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Anyways, swing by if you want to train your monkey brain like me. Have a blessed day. Peace. Please be recording. Yes.